it's Dianel. Happy New Year. I did not think we were going to make it out of 2020 at all. Wow, what a f***ing show. I feel like there's no other way to explain 2020. Like, there's no other words. It was a shit show. I don't understand what we just went through. That being said, there's a lot that happened in 2020. It's not a surprise to anyone at this point. But in today's video, I'm just going to go through the things that I feel like we should leave in 2020, and technically by me making this video in 2021, I am bringing these things into the new year, but no. I'm just going to speak on them one time and then I will never touch on these again. First and foremost, let's start off with the biggest issue I have with people in 2020 and this thing that's going on. I don't know if you know this, you probably don't. It just started happening like a few weeks ago. There's a pandemic. Of a virus that there is newly a vaccine for, and it's still very bad, and cases are going up in the US while cases are going down in a lot of other places because Americans are selfish. Anyways, one thing I noticed with the height of this pandemic and how people reacted to things, it's very interesting. Not even how people behave, because like at the end of the day, like, okay, yeah, we know people that blatantly disregard COVID guidelines and throw huge parties, they're shitty. But what's even more shitty than that are the people that are defending them in a way. I'm at the point, like, even like influencers that I enjoy watching and I'm disappointed by. And I feel like that is a thing that all of us can do. Like, you can like someone and be disappointed by the choices they're making. Something I've seen a lot throughout the entire time we've been in this pandemic is people calling out either like random people on TikTok or influencers or TikTokers, people calling them out and then people replying to their comments calling them Karens. Let's not do that, because first of all, I feel like you would call people that don't follow public health guidelines Karens. Have you seen those videos that have come out of those ladies trying to get into a store without a mask? And they're like, well, it's my right. And the employee's like, I literally cannot let you in. I will lose my job. I don't care. COVID is a hoax. Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, you're not coming in. You're denying me my, those are Karens. So for you to call someone that is doing the opposite of that a Karen is beyond me. It's truly beyond me, and I feel like we should leave that in 2020. Like, there is a pandemic. People are dying. People are getting sick. People are losing their jobs. It's a mess. So I feel like we should cooperate, and people calling other people out for not cooperating does not make them Karen. Something else that I think we should leave in 2020 are slowing down every single song possible. Why? Like, some of them I get, like some slowed down songs hit different, but it's gotten to the point where every single song is slowed down, and I'm like, no, these songs don't need to be slowed down. Something along the lines of that is that guy Tiags on TikTok. Please stop making remixes of viral sounds. Please, I am literally begging you. I cannot handle that anymore. I cannot even begin to describe the deep hatred I have for Zoom breakout rooms. 8 times out of 10, when professors put us into these rooms, it is the most awkward thing ever. Like, on the Zoom breakout rooms I've been, like, they have been dead silent, or it's like one person speaking, or like 2 people like speaking while everyone else is quiet, and like, it's not even like I'm blaming people for not talking, because a lot of the time I'm that person that's not talking too, but I'm just like, that situation altogether is awkward and I feel like it should be avoided. Next one is kind of a little controversial. I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with this one, but I think we should stop claiming that TikTokers are not celebrities. And here's why. Whether you like it or not, whether you like a person on TikTok, that doesn't necessarily mean they don't have a large following or aren't deemed celebrities. You know, I'm going to redo the definition of a celebrity, and you're going to tell me if TikTokers fall into that category. Like, not all of them, but like let's say like the Charli D'Amelio and Addison Rays of TikTok. Alright, so the Google definition of celebrity is a famous person, especially in entertainment or sports. Now, Charlie D'Amelio has over 100 million followers, and she's a person in entertainment. I feel like having 100 million followers, and like 20 million on Instagram, and like however many million on YouTube, like, you cannot deny that she's famous. And you cannot deny that Addison Rae is famous with like similar numbers, like not there, but like similar numbers, and like Dixie D'Amelio, and like all those people, they're celebrities. Just because you don't think Addison Rae is at the same level as like Kim Kardashian, sure, they're not at the same level, but like at the same time, there's levels to being a celebrity, and there's a ton of people that I despise or like don't like that I would consider celebrities just because they have a following, like they have a big following. Why are we still drinking that? Please leave that in 2020. Please. It's gross. It's gross. Oh my god, next thing is gatekeeping, and I talked about gatekeeping before in a video, but I wanted to narrow it down to Euphoria, because the amount of gatekeeping that goes on in Euphoria is insane. It is literally bonkers. I don't know what it is about that show, and like, I love it. It's like one of my favorite shows, don't get me wrong, but it is by far one of the most gate-kept things ever, and I don't understand why. During the summer, there was this whole time on TikTok where Euphoria started trending again, and then people were throwing these Euphoria-themed parties, or like planning to throw these Euphoria-themed parties. And everyone in the comments, and like my entire For You page, was people being like, oh my god, people are making Euphoria an aesthetic, and it's not an aesthetic, that's a pretty serious show, and like y'all are just like not understanding the meaning. It was like very much, I think I'm better than you vibes. You can appreciate that Euphoria is a very serious show, and also appreciate it is aesthetic. Like, Euphoria's aesthetic, whether you believe it or not, or whether you want it to be that way, but like, it's one of the things that makes the show popular and like visually, like, it's something to credit, you know? Like the visuals, and it's just like the makeup, and like everything about, like the cinematography, everything about how the show is filmed and what goes into it is something that should be praised and should be like talked about. Sure, the show's message, very important, but like that's also another aspect that's pretty important to the making of the show too. So like, just because people throw Euphoria themed parties, that does not necessarily mean that they're just watching Euphoria or just like Euphoria for the aesthetic. Like, that's just not the case. And then also, Rue's special episode came out, the same thing happened. People weren't liking the episode, and people were just like, oh my god, if you didn't like the episode, it's because you didn't understand it, and it's supposed to be a deep episode, and like, if you didn't understand it, and if you didn't like it, that means you're only watching the show because of glitter. Isn't that a little too intense? Like, they just didn't like an episode. Look, I don't agree. If you see the episode's like the worst episode you've ever seen, like from before, like, I feel like opinions are subjective. Like, also, like, I don't think it's the worst episode. I also don't think that if someone didn't like the episode, you should just automatically assume that they're just watching the show for the aesthetic or like for the glitter. Like, that's just like, it just does not add up. So, please, in 2021, this lovely year, let's stop gatekeeping things and let people enjoy the things for what they enjoy them as, and just don't make assumptions. Neck gaiters? Don't wear them. First of all, study came out. Fun fact, they actually do a lot less. Like when you cough, that little thin piece of fabric does nothing. Does literally nothing. It like breaks the COVID particles smaller so it can go like in through people's masks easier. So it actually quite literally makes the COVID situation worse. You literally are better off not wearing a mask at all. But just don't do that either. Wear a proper mask. COVID cases are the worst they've been, and they're only going up, so please cooperate. No neck gaiters. Please wear a mask though. Here's some acceptable ones. You know, I'll even link some good old masks in the description that y'all can get. Obviously not sponsored, but like, they're good masks. I usually wouldn't say this, but like, I just have to make the exception. Trisha Paytas, can we leave her in 2020? Like, I truly believe we should all just like straight up ignore this woman and like just let her like cease to exist off the internet. I see a lot of people making hate videos and like commenting negatively on her TikToks or YouTube videos, and I'm like, that still gives her money. Like, every view you give her on a TikTok gives her money, every view you give her on a YouTube video, it gives her money. So I just feel like we should all ignore her because she keeps making this content because it gets her views and it gets her attention, and it's problematic as f, and everyone cares about it, right? But like, we're benefiting her. Like, she's gonna keep making these because we keep making her a profit. So let's just like ignore her. Y'all, let's all block Trisha Paytas so we don't see her on our For You page. And I just feel like the world's gonna be a better place. Sorry, Trisha. Not really. Here's the thing. I am terrified of coughing or sneezing or like sniffling in front of strangers because I think they're going to think I have COVID, and it just gives me so much anxiety. Even though cold still exists, flus, allergies, they all still exist. They all can still happen. COVID isn't the only thing happening. And yeah, we should be cautious, but at the same time, I'm tired of thinking everything is COVID. Because not only do I think strangers are gonna think that, but I think that of strangers. And it's just like such an uncomfortable situation. So I just feel like give people the benefit of the doubt sometimes, but also stay safe. But like, we have to find a middle ground. Can we please stop praising TikTok boys for doing the bare minimum? Because I see a lot of videos of TikTok boys being like, oh yeah, I would never like sexually assault someone, and everyone's like, King, oh my god, my respect for you went, I know it's big, and I'm just like, that is literally just being a decent human. TikTok boys come out as being previously violently homophobic or transphobic or racist, and people are like, oh, he's changed now. And like, yeah, I'm all for letting people change and grow, but I don't think they should be praised for finally not being an asshole. You know? They're gonna think they're doing something extraordinary when it's literally just like what they should have done in the first place. Making conspiracies out of celebrity deaths are so weird, and it's just not disrespectful to the celebrity themselves, but it's also hella disrespectful to their families. And yeah, let's just stop doing that. I don't understand the appeal of it. It's really weird. It's just unsettling. Every time I see a video of those on my For You page, I'm like, please stop. I can only imagine like how family or like loved ones of celebrities that are like on TikTok, like let's see Sky Jackson, like she's on TikTok. Cameron Boyce was like her brother, and like I see tons of TikToks about Cameron Boyce and like conspiracies about his death. Or like Naya Rivera, like conspiracies all over my For You page. Like a lot of our castmates are on TikTok, and like they can literally see that. It's just gonna hurt them. So let's just keep those conspiracies to ourselves. Like, just don't make them at all. Those TikToks where people just put a sticker of a tweet or like the green screen of a tweet and then they just point at it and nod their head with like a disco lights and like a trendy sound, let's just stop that. Literally, you're not adding anything. And like, those videos get so many views and likes. Shit, maybe I'm just jealous I don't do that, like, and get those likes, but I'm just like, what's the point? And last, but certainly not least, I feel like this is by far the most important thing on this list of things we should keep in 2020 and never bring into this new year with us. Matthew Morrison. Don't ask why. That was my list of things I feel like have no place in this lovely new year. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great year. Even though time's a social construct, we made it up. It's not really real. New Year is always a nice way to get a fresh start. And I feel like this year we can all make it better than the show that was 2020. Or at least I hope. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what you think we should leave in 2020. And subscribe for more content. I make videos every Monday, Thursday, and as a New Year resolution, I am going to also upload on Saturdays. I'm going to be uploading 3 times a week. Let's see how that holds up when I start my spring semester of college. But we'll see. But yeah, other than that, nice having you here. See you in the next video. Bye.